Hello everyone. Today we are going to study function. It's about making and responding to requests. Let's start with some examples. We have two examples here. Example number 1. Could you please help me with this exercise? Yes, of course. Do you mind taking out the trash? No, I don't mind. Accepting request. So these conversations or small dialogues talk about how we can make a request and how we respond. Okay, so for example, we have the expression in the example number 1, could you please? Okay, and the example number 2, we have do you mind? And responding, we have yes, of course, no, I don't mind. These are expressions to accept a request. We have here making and responding to requests. When people want someone to do something, they use a request. To make a request is to ask for something in a polite way. For this reason, some expressions are always used to make the request more appropriate. So, in order to ask for something, we have some expressions. Okay, let's check all these expressions. Making a request. We have different expressions, okay? Number 1, can you help me please? Can you and please, okay? Could you say it again more slowly? Would you pass the salt, please? So when we have can or could or would, we put verb in infinitive without to, okay? So we use bare infinitive, like for example, can you help? Help. Could you say? Say. Would you pass? Pass. So all these verbs are in bare infinitive because we have this can, could, and would. And would you mind waiting a moment? But when we have the expression would you mind, we put verb plus ing or gerund. Okay, because we have would you mind. And can I see you in my office, Bob? Because we have can, we put see. This is bare infinitive. Please, would you open your suitcase, madam? So this is the same thing, would you, okay, plus verb in bare infinitive, open. So whenever we have can, could, would, we use bare infinitive, the verb as it is, okay? Help, say, open. But if we have would you mind, we put gerund plus verb with ing. Would you mind waiting? Would you mind listening? Okay? Would you mind opening the window, for example? So this is the difference between these expressions. Concerning responding to a request, people respond to a request in many different ways. So to respond or to answer one's request, we have different expressions. Here are some examples. Yes, sir. Yes, of course. Sure, that will be fine. I will see what I can do. I'm afraid I can't. So in this responding request, we have positive or negative answers, okay, or responses. Okay, for example, sure, which means they accept the request. I'm afraid I can. This is negative, okay. They reject the response or the request. Please is often used with the request or instructions to make them more polite. Please comes at the beginning or at the end of the sentence. So please, it's more polite. So we can use it either in the beginning of the sentence or at the end of the sentence. So let's practice. Complete the following exchanges as instructed. We have situation 0. You want the company owner to give you his address. So in order to ask for an address, we use a polite way, okay? In this example, we have, would you please give me your address? The company owner, I'm sorry, I can't. I don't know who you are. So in this example, we have the expression, would you please? So this is to make a request. But the answer or respond, we have, I'm sorry, I can't. This is a negative respond. Concerning situation 1, you don't know the way to the marjan. Ask someone to show you the way. You can think of this, you make a request and someone responds. Situation 2, you need your friend to lend you his computer. You make a request, your friend responds. Situation 3, ask your English teacher to repeat the question. Make a request, English teacher responds. So in this exercise, we have different situations, either with a friend or with a company owner or a teacher, okay, or someone you don't know. So we can use different expressions. In situation number 1, you don't know the way to the marjan. Ask someone to show you the way. For example, could you show me the way to the marjan? Someone, yes, sure. And you complete the sentence. Situation 2, you need your friend to lend you his computer. So this is we have formal and informal expressions. So here you can use can, okay? Can you lend me your computer, please? Your friend, yes, sure, or I'm sorry, I can't. I'm busy with it. Okay. Situation number 3, ask your English teacher to repeat the question. Would you mind repeating the question, please? Or, teacher, could you repeat the question, please? This is more polite. English teacher, yes, sure. And she repeats the question. Okay. So these situations is very simple. You just use the expressions and complete the sentences. It depends on every situation. So let's summarize making and responding to requests. We have 3 short conversations. Teacher and student. Would you please open that window? It's pretty hot in here. Sure. Thanks. Could I ask you to open that door too? Of course. Thanks a lot. Number 2, Salima and Anwar. Would you mind opening that window? Not at all. John, I don't know how to solve this math problem. Could you please help me with it? Stan, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm very busy right now. So we use different expressions. For making requests, we can use would you please plus verb. Could you please plus verb. Can you plus verb please. Would you mind plus verb with ing or gerund. Could I plus verb. Okay, so in these expressions, as I said before, would you, could you, can you, and could I, we use plus verb, bare infinitive. Okay, and would you mind plus gerund or verb with ing. Concerning responding to requests, we can use one of these. Either you agree, you accept the request or not. We can use of course, yes, I think so, not at all, sure, I'm sorry, I'm afraid not, I'm sorry, I can't. So this is all for making and responding to requests.